Hi guys, hope you're doing well. I took myself to the cinema this weekend. I know, just me, no one else, because usually I go with like friends or I go with my dad or and obviously I go with Matt. But yes, I just thought to myself, do you know what? I'm gonna take myself to the cinema. Why not? Do you guys ever do that? Do you ever just think to yourself, do you know what? I just fancy a little cinema trip for myself. Just walking by myself, get some popcorn, get some sweets, a drink, and just kind of enjoy myself. Because let's face it, you're not really there to talk to anyone. You're there to just sit and watch a movie. Sorry, sidetracked. So I took myself to the cinema this weekend to go and see Coyote versus Acme. And yeah, let's talk about this movie. I am a huge fan of the Looney Tunes brand. I remember watching it when I was a kid. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, all those guys. Absolutely loved it. It'd always be on just before school, and I really enjoyed it. But there was something very unique about the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons because there wasn't any dialogue. It was literally just two characters facing off again. Oh, rather, one character just constantly on the run and the other character constantly trying to catch him and failing in these ridiculous, hilarious ways. And for me, those were the ones that stood out because it's just pure slapstick for however long the cartoon went on for. So when they announced that they were doing a Looney Tunes movie based on that premise of Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, I was like, great, let's go. And then my understanding of this is that the film it had all been filmed, it had been edited together, it was finished, it was done, it was ready to go out, and then Warner Brothers just went, nah, we'll just shelve it. We're not going to release it. And everyone went, what? Why? I think there was this huge fan outcry. Like, why would you not release this film? But fortunately, the fan outcry proved effective, and Warner Brothers went, okay, fine, we'll release it. And they have. So, let's talk about it. The plot of this movie is that Wile E. Coyote is fed up of failing to catch the Roadrunner, all these Acme products just failing him, blowing up on him, just causing him so much pain and distress that he decides to go to the big city and hire a lawyer to take Acme down. Now, first of all, that's a great premise for a Looney Tunes movie. Putting Acme and Wile E. Coyote at the center of it. Let's go. So this is kind of basically set in a toon hybrid, toon kind of human hybrid world, a bit like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's that sort of aesthetic where humans in cartoons just live, they coexist together, and which means you get a lot of really cool cameos from other Looney Tunes characters, which is great. So you'll notice I do not have notes in front of me because I was racking my brain and I was trying to think, how do I structure this review? And I didn't know how to because it's a Looney Tunes movie and I didn't really, rather than talking about positives, negatives, all that kind of stuff, I'm just going to get this out of the bag right away. I fucking loved this film. This film was so much fun and it really is a nice palate cleanser for all the other films that are currently out because it's either stuff like The Odyssey or it's Spider-Man or it's, Insidious is coming out. It's nice to have a film that is just pure slapstick, pure family entertainment. Love it. Although saying that, when I went to the cinema, it was quite full, and I thought, oh god, it's going to be, loads of kids. Not one kid at all. Everyone in there was sort of like either my age or older. And I thought to myself, oh yeah, of course, because kids nowadays, I suppose, they don't really know what Looney Tunes is. They don't really know who Wile E. Coyote is, which is a shame because they need to revive it or do something, to bring it back. But hey, let's get on to why I really like this film. First of all, I love the premise. The idea that you've got Wile E. Coyote, you've got Will Forte as his lawyer, you've got Foghorn Leghorn, of all characters, as the CEO of Acme, and John Cena as the lawyer representing Acme. I mean, that's a great setup right there. Let's go. Well, first of all, this film is so funny. Like, I was like actively laughing very loudly in the cinema, as was everyone else. I mean, because to be fair, it's that same similar style of humor from like Looney Tunes Back in Action. If you haven't seen that film, please go and see it, because that film absolutely bombed, which makes me sad. And I really, really, really don't want this film to bomb, so please go and see it. And surprisingly, I was actually really invested in the story of this movie, which is a strange thing to say for a Looney Tunes movie, because I was like, yeah, he wants to sue Acme, oh, that's kind of funny. But the more the film went on, the more I thought to myself, but I kind of want him to win. I really care about Wile E. Coyote. I care about Will Forte's character, who is this lawyer who, never really got the big case, doesn't really care about big cases, always wants to settle early, just goes, we'll get $100 there, $100 there. But then Wile E. Coyote comes to him with this massive case of, I want to sue Acme for literally every single product that I've used. And this is his chance to finally prove himself and be the lawyer he always knows he can be. And they're going up against Foghorn Leghorn and John Cena. And by the end of it, you're like, I really want him to win. And there was even a bit towards the end, which I won't spoil, where I actually started to tear up. Genuinely. Like, again, a Looney Tunes movie. I sat there and I was kind of going, Jesus, what's wrong with me? But yeah, right in the feels, guys, honestly. This film is wacky, entertaining, fun. I don't really have much else to say on this movie. I can't really say I have anything negative to say about this movie, because if I had to sit there and think about it, I don't think there's anything about this movie that I dislike. The fact that they managed to take a great plot, weave in all these great sort of like characters, these hilarious characters, and, just make a really, really fun, entertaining film. And the fact that it's like an hour and 40 minutes, so it's quite a short film. So yeah, if your kids, I'd say this is a real good one to take the kids to and take the whole family to, because it's not to the point where it becomes like they're pandering to kids or treating kids like they're stupid, which I find that a lot of like kids shows nowadays and movies nowadays tend to kind of almost talk down to kids, like kind of almost to the point where it feels kind of condescending. This film doesn't do that. It is just there to be fun and entertaining. It's wacky, it's chaotic, it's so much fun. Honestly, guys, I can't think of anything else to say about this movie. If I was going to give it a rating, I would say definitely add this one to your collection. I will be buying the 4K when it comes out. So yes, please go and see this movie. To think that this was the film that Warner Brothers were just going to cancel and just be like, no, we're not releasing it. Please go out and support it. Please go and show just show Warner Brothers that it was worth them taking a second chance on this movie. Please go and see it. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. If you like this, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And again, if you guys have any movies that you'd like us to review for you, old or new, please let us know in the comment section. Take care, guys.